welcome in. Little afternoon listing live. I told you guys yesterday I was going to do one at night, but Squid Games released, I think, yesterday. So Kayla was like, nope, you're not going to do a listing live. We're going to all hang out and as a family and watch Squid Games. So we did. She ended up watching 2 episodes, and me and the girls stayed up and watched 4 of the 6. So we got the other 2 to watch. I think Kayla will catch up tonight, and then Sunday night we're gonna finish watching Squid Games as a family. So that's why I wasn't on live yesterday. I thought yesterday was a good night to hang out with the family, and Friday night hang out and watch some Squid Games. So what's up, Juliet? So we're gonna do the listing live right now. I've never done a listing live during the middle of the day, so I'm curious on how many people come in, how many questions we get. So if you've never been on one of these lives before, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my camera. I can switch back and forth between this camera and the listing camera. So I'll list an item, come back over, answer some questions, pop back over there, take some photos, and you guys will be able to see the whole entire process. So what's up, Sean? Listening while driving. Let's go. Hopefully no accidents. Pay attention to the road. What's up, Amy? Welcome in. We do have a Whatnot show tonight, so if you're watching this during, it's Saturday, June 28th, come out to the Whatnot show, go bookmark the show. I just did a little pop-up show, a little raid show, and I gave away a $10 Amazon gift card. We have, I think, 4 packs of these $10 Amazon gift cards to give away. So come hang out tonight. There's going to be free stuff all night long, so feel free to come on out. If you don't want to, that's cool. But if you do, you can enter in all those giveaways and you don't have to buy anything. You just press a button and enter the giveaways. We're going to be running some really good stuff tonight too. So come out if you want to. If not, that's fine too. If you just want to hang out and watch me list, that's cool too. Again, if you guys have any questions while I'm taking photos, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll answer those questions. Everything I'm going to be taking photos of today, if you saw my post just a little bit ago, is Levi's. So I got a bunch of Levi's in wholesale. I wanted to try Levi's. I've always been told Levi's do well. It's kind of like Ralph Lauren. I used to pass on Ralph Lauren all the time. And then I met Surfs, and Surfs was like, hey, you should pick up Ralph Lauren at this price and sell it. I was like, cool. Tried it out. Ralph Lauren is my #1 selling brand. Now Levi's I come across like all the time at thrift stores, and I usually can get them anywhere between $3 to $8 a piece when they're on sale. So I'm going to test this out with a big buyout like this. I got these pretty cheap in a buyout, so I'll just list all these over the next couple days. They're really easy to list, really easy to store. The only issue with doing a lot of Levi's at once is make sure you're putting the right ones away after you're done doing the listings, because if you put them in inventory, you put them in the wrong spots. One's a 36-32-501. You have another 36-32-501. You can make mistakes with the ones that you actually listed. So I got to make sure we do that as we're listing these. I'll probably put these away in inventory right away so we don't have that issue. So listed earlier today, working on cleaning the living room, then more listing. Let's go. Listing at mid-afternoon on a Saturday is like one of my favorite things to do, because if the house is chill, we're not really doing anything on Saturday, you can like go at your own pace and relax and do some listings. I like doing that. And with a setup inside like this, I don't have to go out in the garage and be back and forth. I can usually, Joey, mommy, and my middle daughter are all at the park right now. So once they come home, I usually just slide that sliding door open. Joey can come in and out, ask me questions, get him stuff, and then I can just keep listing. So hit that like button. Appreciate you. I'm getting in a nice groove. I'm actually really enjoying doing these lives again. I used to do these lives back in the day, and I'm really enjoying getting back into like the teaching aspect. Right now, Whatnot is kind of slowing down. Sales are kind of slowing down. So when this happens, I like coming back and like really focusing on like growing the audience and teaching and training and all that stuff. So you guys will probably see a lot more of this, because this is me and my element. Same with Surfs. That's why we get along so well. Surfs is a natural teacher, and to have both of us like doing the same thing and coming back to you guys and really like pouring into you guys again, it's been a lot of fun. So I was actually talking to Chris about that a lot 2 nights ago. Like I'm really feeling like I'm back in a groove, content wise, live wise, and then not so much focusing on selling live, but coming back here. I think come wintertime, we'll go back to selling live more, but I'm really enjoying doing this kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy too. Hopefully you guys have questions. Feel free to ask in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get started doing some photos. I haven't condition checked these all the way, so there might be some with some spots that I got to clean because I got these in on wholesale. So keep that in mind when I go through them. But the good thing about jeans is you don't really have to worry too much about condition. Even if there's small spots on these jeans, they will still sell. People don't really mind having a jean with like a small stain, even like minimal cuff wear like that. It's not that big of a deal because most people don't really care about cuff wear. So getting ready to get Nifty to Broaden. Am I selling? Do clothes sell on Etsy or just vintage clothes? I think it's mostly, somebody in the chat can help with this too. I think it's mostly vintage clothing that does well on Etsy. I'm not sure if you can just list like Levi's. I'm sure maybe you can, but I think most of the people that sell on Etsy are selling vintage, and that's why I kind of, I'm not going to list on Etsy because it really just doesn't make sense for what I'm selling over there. But Nifty does eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari, and those are all good for basically all kinds of selling. So this is going to be new to me too. I'm going to have to figure out what photos to take with Levi's. The good thing is about getting all of these in all at once is once I do it a couple times, I'll get in a routine. These look like vintage, by the way. Once I get in a routine, it'll be super fast. So Levi's, I've been watching a lot of videos on Levi's too about how to date check them, what all the numbers on the back mean, all that good stuff. So for example, let me try to show this on camera. These Levi's right here, let's see if it'll focus. Focus. Maybe I could do it on the big screen. Big screen will probably be better. Okay. Probably focus a little better on the big screen. That right there, see it says 0202 right under the 919. That means these were made in February of 2002, which dates these to be a vintage pair of Levi's. So I can add the word vintage into my title, which does mark these up a little bit more. These are 550s. I'm gonna have to do some research on what numbers sell the best. If you guys know in the chat, feel free to drop them in the chat. I know there's a few styles that are like really sought after, 501s, 505s, things like that. I don't know if the 550s are sought after, but vintage, being vintage, these are a little bit more pricey. So I sold a photo on Etsy once. There you go. I sold a photo on Etsy. What's up, Ethan? You guys weren't following Ethan. Ethan did a live on List It last night. He did a good job. I think he sold a couple lots on List It. He had a good blazer lot that's probably still listed on List It. So if you want to go check it out, go check it out. What's up, Frenchie? Frenchie's in the house. Doing some listings. All right, back to the setup. Let me switch you guys back. I miss your thrift haul videos. Also, you should bring them back. Yes, I actually have a thrift haul video filmed, and I have it on the computer. I just need to finish editing it. I was hoping to get it done by today, but yesterday was too busy. I was actually going to edit it last night, but we watched Squid Games for like a solid 4 or 5 hours yesterday, so I never got to it. Sometimes, Squid Games takes priority over editing videos. But tonight, after the Whatnot show, if I have time, I'm going to try to finish editing that. And then I'll probably have it up midday tomorrow, a full thrift haul video. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be, I think we picked up like right around 50 items that day. So it'll be a longer one. I think it's probably going to be about 30 minutes long, and you guys will learn a bunch of good brands within that video because we got a pretty good haul that day. So look out for that video. It's either going to come out tomorrow or Monday for sure, because if I don't have time to edit it tonight after the show, I'm definitely going to edit it Sunday night because I don't have any excuse not to edit Sunday night. All right, there's my measurement photos, and then I just need to do a full front and a full back, which I just step back real quick and snap a full front photo. Whoops. And then I throw this up here, slap that down. I need to pull that up a little bit more. The setup, like I said, is just a little too high. Once we move, I'll adjust it so that way we can reach a lot easier. But those Levi's are done, 550s, easy peasy. Now we're back to the next pair. I think when I'm done, I'm gonna throw these in my chair so I know I'm done with those. All right, back to the other screen. Now that you have your 4x4 photo table, if you had to make it all over again, what would you do? So dimension wise, I'd probably do 4x6 because there are some jeans that are a little bit longer and they don't fit fully on the board, so I have to take a top and a bottom. Also, I wouldn't make it out of wood. I talked about this like the day after I made it. I was like, I should have made it out of like a foam board, like a heavy duty foam board, and then put the carpet on top because that makes it super lightweight. So even if you have it just mounted to the wall, makes it super easy to pull up and super easy to drop. Also, when you drop the wood leg will hold the board up a lot better than if it had all that weight to it. So foam board on the back. Also, make sure you have your angle correct when you mount it. We first mounted it here because we thought we had the angle correct and it would have been perfect. But then when we put a piece of clothes on there, even with the carpet, the clothes were sliding down. So we had to angle it up higher, which means it's a little taller for Kayla to take photos. So when we move, we're actually going to mount it lower and then cut the legs down here, and then it should be lower. But right now we don't want to remount it on the wall because we don't want to drill more holes in the wall because our house is for sale. So I don't want to put too many more holes in the wall. So that's what I would do. Is your hand in the measurement photos? No. So measurement photos, that's a good question. All I do is take close-up pics like that. So it shows like where the cuff is, where the measurement ends at 31, and then the waist measurement. I do it like that so they can see that the pocket is in the photo, so they know this is the waist, and then for sure they know that that is the inseam measurement. So those two measurements will tell them exactly what it is. Just a little close-up photos of it. Does a carpet match the drapes? There you go. Get blazered. Yeah, go check out the. Hey, my Pokemon pack is ready to open. Go check out Ethan's Blazer Law. He's got a good one. He's got Laurel Piana in there. Lots of Laurel Piana. I see that you don't measure the rise. I used to measure the rise. I never got questions too much on men's rise, so that's why I don't do it right now. If I ever started getting questions again about the rise, I just take a couple more rise photos and throw them in. It doesn't really take too much longer to do that. I probably should, but again, men's pieces, I don't take rise photos. When it comes to women's, I typically do take rise photos. These are all men's jeans. Yeah, I list on Nifty and import to eBay. I do that, yes. Now that's exactly what I'll show you guys later. I'll do like 5 pairs of jeans and then we'll upload them to Nifty and then I'll show you how that all works right here on the live. So just hang out for a little bit longer. Jeans shouldn't take too much to photo. As soon as Kayla comes home with Joey, I'll see. It probably won't be too long of a live today because once Joey comes here, he's a little crazy. And she probably needs some help with him. So we'll probably be live for just a little bit. But I figured I'd go live because I told you guys I was going to go live last night. And then I never did. I skimped out on you guys. All right, these are definitely, I believe these are vintage. Yeah, these are made in USA. Vintage Levi's. These do have a little mark on the back pocket. Again, it really doesn't matter with jeans and Levi's and things like that. If you wanted to, you could wash it to get it out. But most people don't care about like little marks on the back of jeans. Jeans are good because jeans, like I said, most people don't care. They know these are vintage. They understand that they're going to have some wear and tear. Just add some character to the actual jeans themselves. And these have really good cuffs on them too. So I'm going to take a close-up. Take a close-up of the tag. And then I'm going to flip these inside out. Grab the interior tags. Now this might not have interior tags because these are an older pair and sometimes people tear those out. There it is right there. Ooh, look at that. Made in USA tag. I like it. I like it a lot. 38, 32, and then I'm going to take a photo of this. Now I'm still learning Levi's. So chat, somebody in the chat. Oh, is this 1896? What year is this? This is where Levi's confused me. See, I'm learning. I'm learning right along with you guys. So somebody in the chat, probably a Levi's expert, will be able to tell us what year these were made. So I've always been told this number right here, see that number right there? That number right there is supposed to tell me exactly when these were produced, but it just says 059. So what year were these produced? Does anybody in the chat know? Those are the numbers. I'm trying to get a close-up view to get it to focus. It's definitely not that. 0236, these weren't made in 36. 1896 is at the top. Like what year were these produced? Does anybody know? I'm still going to add that to the photo. I know these are vintage because they're made in USA, so obviously they're vintage, but I have no clue. Which Levi's do you pick up? I don't know. I'm learning. I'm learning right now. Everybody always tells me vintage or Levi's sell well. So I bought a bunch wholesale at a really good price, and I was just like, you know what, let's just have some fun and list a bunch of these, and I'll do some research as I'm listing them, and then I'm going to learn a bunch from this first buy, and that way I'm more knowledgeable on the next buy, so on and so forth. So I'm going to learn a lot from this buy. There's that. Throw this up here, just like that. This does have a mark on the front too, but again, these are vintage, so it really doesn't matter too much about marks, but I am going to take a photo like this so they can see that light mark on the front. And then we're going to take a full front and a full back. Full front. I always do that. I always drop the measuring tape. No matter what I do, I always put it where it always drops. Full back. Cool. Those are done. What's up, Pamela? Welcome in. I felt abandoned, Wayne. Why did you feel abandoned? I live where you. Is there a live where you talk about the different? Yeah, I have a video on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel and just look up Nifty, my main videos, you'll see it there. Yeah, we need Reisner. Might be 1989. It might be, which is good because the older the pair, the better. So I'll have to do some research on these. I'm gonna learn. I think 1989. I believe 80s only used a digit. So these might be a money piece. Like I said, they got little marks on them, but them being from the 80s is a good thing. People really like the older pairs. I sold a used 511 Tactical last night for $50 on eBay. Let's go. What was it, Ethan? Was it one of the vests, like the 511 Tactical vests with all the pockets all over it? Because those usually go for around 50. Appreciate you guys helping out with the year date. Let's see. These are more of a modern pair, but these black modern pairs I know sell really well. I got quite a few of these in the lot that I bought. Let's switch you guys back. Boom. All right. These will probably photo really well on this this backdrop too, because they're a darker pair. Beautiful. Boom, boom. All right, interior tag photos. Definitely a modern pair. And I'm trying to see where it says, there it is right there, what it's made out of. And then measurement photos. Boom. And .31-inch inseam. And full front, full back. I love jeans. I love taking photos of jeans. They're always so easy to photo. It's such an easy photo. Yeah, definitely wish I would have got a longer board. The longer board would have helped for jeans. Even though these do fit and I do take full front, full back, it would just be easier for me to not to have to look down and like measure where the jeans are, so I know I can get a full front, full back. If I could just snap the photo and be done, make my life easier. There's that. Those are done. It was a kilt? Really? It was a kilt? Because you weren't online last night? I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Squid Games was calling us. I had to watch Squid Games. What percentage do you normally promote on eBay? 7% across the board on everything we list. We list all clothing, so pretty much saturated market, and to help out sales, we do a 7% promotion. If you want to do less or more, that's completely fine. We just feel 7% is, we've tested 9%, we've tested 7%. We basically got same sales with 7% as we did 9%, so that's why we switched down. I think I eventually will go down to 5%. And see if there's a difference in sales. Right now, there is a difference in sales from 7 to 9, but it's also a different time of year that we're selling in. So that's probably why the sales have gone down. And I'm going to keep it at 7% through the beginning of Christmas time, beginning of winter. And then if sales start picking back up again, like I think they will, then I'll adjust it to 5. I think it's smart to adjust during the fast selling time of the year down to a lower promotion. And then as sales decrease, to up your promotion rate to offset that stuff. So we're going to test it out this year. Did you choose the light brown gray for a reason? I would have went with white, but eBay has specifically said that you don't need to worry about doing white backgrounds anymore. So I feel like the tan color is like really good on most clothing. So that's why I chose that. The good thing about this setup is I can always rip off that color and add a different color. It's super easy to do. So if I ever want to change the color out, I could. But for right now, this color's been working great. The only clothing it doesn't work great on is navy blue clothing. It makes it almost look black. So I got to be careful with like navy blues. But other than that, it's good. What do you put for measurements? Listing pants that are 36 by 30, but measure 34 by 28. I usually put the tag, what they measure tag wise, or whatever the tag says in the title. But then now I have photos that show exactly the measurements. So if anybody got them and said, hey, you told me the wrong measurements, I always specifically say in my listings, refer to measurements before you purchase the item. So they go and look at the measurements, because sometimes with jeans like this, especially older jeans, they do shrink and they do go longer. You could put that in your title, but it also opens them up to say, hey, these didn't fit correctly and they actually tagged this. So you're doing an item not described. So with jeans and pants, it's tricky. I just put whatever's on the tag in the title and I say refer to measurements. Do you get rid of the background? No, I just keep the background the same. Most of my photos turn out really good. If you have the right lighting setup, you really don't have to edit your photos. So the most important photo, like I've always told you guys, is hey Ethan, you just sold another lot, let's go. Is this photo right here. That's my cover photo. There's no editing to that. I will say there's a couple extra shadows I don't like in that photo, but that's because I don't have a top-down light and I'm not going to get one of those until we move. So do you accept returns? Yes, I do. On jeans, pants, heavyweight items, buyer pays return shipping always. I never do free shipping on jeans, pants, and heavyweight items. So that way, and buyer always pays shipping on those too. So if they ever wanted to buy these and they wanted to return them, they can do it, but they got to pay for the return. Because if I were to sell a pair of jeans for, let's say these jeans, let's say hypothetically I went to the store and I bought these 517s at a thrift store for $7 and I sold them, I'm going to price these aggressively to sell fast, and let's say I list these for $22.99 plus ship. If I get one return on these, all my profit is gone, because I have to pay to return these, which is going to cost me around $10 to return. And then I have to sell them all over again. That basically eats all my margins. So to avoid that, I do buyer pays return shipping. So that way, if they want to return it, I'm cool with it. Doesn't bother me. And I don't lose any money on that transaction. eBay will give me back all the money and the buyer will pay to return them to me. Usually when that happens, the buyer either keeps the jeans or they'll return them and then I'll just relist them. Most of the time when the buyer realizes they have to pay to return the jeans, they don't actually return them, because they look at it and they're like, oh, I'm going to pay $10 to return these, and I already paid $10 to ship these, so I'm only going to get a couple bucks back. So yeah, I haven't had any much problems with that. Whenever I did free returns on jeans and pants, especially women's jeans and pants, I used to always get returns, like tons of them. And then as soon as I switched over to buyer pays, I got almost no returns for women's jeans and pants. Because even if they don't fit, if they fit but they don't fit perfectly, people will open a return. If they realize that if they realize they got to pay to return them, they're like, oh, well, actually they kind of do fit perfectly. They figure out that they actually do fit. It's weird how that happens. So that's my strategy with like jackets that are heavyweight, same thing, buyer pays to return them, because if I have to pay $10 to return them, then basically all my money, all my profits being eaten away. And then the next time I sell them, I'm basically selling them just to make my money back, which is no fun. You don't want to do that in reselling. Unless I was selling like volume jeans and I had a bunch of return customers, I'd probably do free ship or probably do free returns, but I'm not doing volume jeans. There you go. I just dropped that again. Those are listed. Boom, baby. See? You don't have to, the cool thing, like Ethan did a live last night on Listed, you don't have to sell your items on the live. The good thing is people right now on Facebook are rewatching that replay. And also, did I hook it up to YouTube? I don't think I hooked it up to YouTube, but people on Facebook are rewatching that replay. And if they see something they like, they just hop on Listed and buy it. Also, there's people buying all day on Listed too. I think that's our third or fourth lot from other sellers that have sold. I have a lot on Listed right now. That lot right there, it's already packaged up. A whole lot of Polo Ralph Lauren 12 shirts for $99 plus $10 shipping. Whole lot of them. And I probably will put offers on, so if somebody can make me an offer. Actually, I'll do that right now. I'll edit that listing. So if you want some polo pieces, I got a lot available on Listed right now. And I'm going to make some more lots tomorrow too. Oh, I got somebody that wants to sell. Hold on. Accept. Okay, they're approved. Let me go to my products. Edit. Accept offers. So that's available. Accept offers too. So if you want some good polo pieces, I got a good lot available. It's got how many polos? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 polos. One's a size 2XB, so it's a money size. And then I got a bunch of long sleeves in that lot, 2 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 large, and 1 XL. So nice little bundle lot for somebody who wants some good polo pieces. The one lot I listed yesterday, it sold yesterday. I'm surprised that one hasn't sold yet either. When do you start listing flannel shirts? Soon you'll list flannel shirts. Probably beginning of August, early September is when I'll probably start listing like heavy flannels. Like I still list flannels right now, but they got to be like special flannels. But like heavy duty flannels that we're like storing away right now, I'll probably start listing them around then. So, gosh, this guy thinks he's gonna get me with this. I used to do TikTok live surfs. I used to get that same name. Or there's it starts with knee and then there's another word after it, and they think they can get me with that one too. I'm not going to do it, Surfs. You're not going to get me. Everybody just don't just unfollow Surfs. He's a very, very bad man to follow. Is Listlit able for Android now? You can't use it on the app on Android, but you can go on the web and go to listed.net on the web. So you don't really need an app to use it. You can still use it on the web on your Android device. Why do you not offer free shipping? I haven't offered free shipping on anything. This guy right here, he doesn't offer free shipping on anything either. You make less money when you do free shipping. When somebody sees a Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirt listed for $22.99 plus shipping, and they see a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt listed for $29.99 free shipping, they will buy the $22.99 plus shipping because they don't realize they're paying the same price, and they think they're getting a better deal when they buy $22.99 plus shipping. So that's why we don't offer free shipping. I've seen more sales. I get more sales now that I did plus shipping, and I make more money now per item because I do plus shipping. So I learned that from Surfs too. I learned a little bit from Surfs. He's okay. I guess you can refollow him. What other platform are you live on right now? I'm on Facebook. See, you got the little Facebook icon next to your name. And then Lauren's got the YouTube icon next to her name. So I got 54 people watching on both platforms right now. Had my first one-out show the other night and sold 23 items. First show, 23 items. That's crazy. A lot of people don't have that kind of success, and that's really good. That means you brought some good stuff. I'm following you and decided to jump on and have it a go. Nice. I hope you used my code in my bio. If you didn't, that's okay. But that code in my bio would get you $150 matched on your first show. So if you sold $150 and you didn't use a code, unfortunately, you can't do it now. But if you did, you would get matched $150. So let's say you sold $150, Whatnot would give you an extra $150 for free. So if you guys are interested in selling on Whatnot, there's always a link in my bio. Whenever you guys are ready, click on that link. That also gives me a little bit of a bonus for referring you guys, and you guys get $150 for free when you sell $150. So, no, he's not. No, he's not. Look, he's over here too now. He doesn't know where he wants to be. He's over here. He might be on both. He's probably watching me on 2 separate devices. That's how much he likes me. He wants to watch me on 2 separate devices at once. So, stop. Don't encourage him to be here, please. Tell him to go away. All right, we're going to do another pair of Levi's, and then I am going to show you guys how I load these in and get these listed. Did somebody else just sell a lot on Listed? I see as a seller. Boom, just sold another. Hey, I sold my lot. Let's go. I'm going to ship that out on live right now. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to load up another polo lot. I might take you guys out. Oh, no, I can't because I'm not on the phone. I have a whole rack. Look. I'll show you guys. If you guys watched my live yesterday, you know that rack right there. I have a whole rack like that full of Polo Ralph Lauren long sleeves, short sleeves, and polos, and I have 3 more boxes full with Polo Ralph Lauren. So I'm going to be building lots all throughout this weekend. So if you want some polo, I got you. I got tons of it. Again, with Levi's, this doesn't really matter too much. I know some people shy away from this, but people don't really care too much about heel drag. I wonder if I should cut this off though. I could probably cut this and make it. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to leave it. I think it adds character to Levi's. 505 Levi's. Going to get these listed. Take some photos. Let me know in the chat. Would you guys cut this off, or would you leave the little mini bit of ankle fray on there? or heel fray. Sorry, not ankle fray. What am I saying? I'll tell you this. I love taking pictures of things that I have many of, like back to back to back, like all these Levi's. Because to be honest, if I wanted to, I could lock. I have 65 pairs of Levi's in this room. I could probably knock them out in like 2 hours if I really, really went fast. Obviously, if I wasn't on live answering questions, because you just get in a good routine. You just bang them out real fast. Shut up, Surfs. I know what you're thinking right now after I said that phrase. But yeah, you just get them done really fast. You get super fast at photoing when you get in a routine. That's what you guys should always do. That if you go to the thrift store and let's say you go thrifting and you get 50 pieces and you get 10 polos, 10 long sleeves, and 30 pairs of jeans, you should always batch those up. You should do all your jean photos all at once, all your polo photos all at once, all your long sleeve photos all at once, because you'll end up being a lot faster when you take photos. It's called batch listing. We used to do a lot of it back in the day. A lot of it, batch listing. Especially when I worked a full-time job. I would come home from work and I'd batch list everything. I need to figure out something with that ruler. All right, those barely fit on my camera. Barely fit. All right. Full front, full back. That one's done. And that's what, 6 pairs of Levi's that we just got done? Leave it. You guys are saying leave it. Surfs is the GOAT, I agree. No, he's not. Stop. Stop. Don't encourage him. Is Nifty the same? No, Nifty is not the same thing as Tekken Sports. Tekken Sports only lists to eBay. I'd say it's a little bit faster than Nifty, but when you add in the opportunity to cross list immediately to multiple platforms, Nifty beats his platform by a mile. And then also has sharing, send offers, delist, relist, has an analytics tool that tracks all of your sales. It has a whole bunch that goes into it. So, and it's per listing, it's actually cheaper than tech service. Surfs, I need you to buy my Blazer lot. Just buy it. Yeah, go buy his Blazer lot, Surfs. Go support the community. He never does. He just acts like he does. If he really supported the community, Ethan, he would go and buy your lot right now. That's what he would do. K-Way Surf Show, yes. Yes, I'm... Listen, he brought this... You guys heard him when he was on live. He told me, hey... they want to know when we're going to do our live together. And I said, whenever. And you know what? Since we had that conversation on live, he has not talked to me at all about that live. So I'm just letting you guys know that. I'm open. I'm available, except for tonight. I'm available pretty much every single night. You got to get on him. You got to get on him, not on me. He's the one that slacks. He always says stuff and he doesn't do it. All right, we're going to load these into Nifty. So I got all my photos here and we'll go ahead and load these in. This is how I've been listing most of my items for the last... Actually, all of my items for the last 2 weeks is I've been bulk uploading them into Nifty. Nifty just reads my photos, creates the listings for me, and then I have all my photos done. I actually need to do 20 listings today, so that's why I'm doing some Levi's. So here you go. This is what Nifty's interface does. I'm doing it all on the phone, and then I'm going to show you on the screen what it looks like afterwards. Hold on. Let's go to... Let me make sure I have this open so that way I can just go right into it after I load it so you guys can see it all happen. The magic happen. All right, cool. So now I'm going to batch upload that little lightning bolt button right there at the corner. And I'm going to go through and add my photos of all my jeans that I just took. I should have 6 pairs in here I think I just took photos of. So I'm just going to select the first 5 photos that give the most detail about the item. So that's that one, that one, that one, that one, and then I'll throw those in. And now those are being uploaded into Nifty. While those are uploading, I can finalize my next 2 listing, or my next 5 listings, sorry. So I'll scroll through my photos that I just took. Did I only take photos of 5 jeans? I guess I did, only 5 jeans. Full front, back tag, boom, boom, boom. Oops. Oh, I messed that up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, those are being uploaded next. Men's, add another item. Yeah, I only took photos of 5 jeans. That's wild. I thought I grabbed 6. That's fine. Next set being uploaded. I know this is a little boring to watch because I can't really show my screen, but you guys get the gist of it. So that one I just did, that one I just did, that one I just did. Now I'm on to this pair right here. Yeah. Okay. Those are being uploaded. And once I get these on the screen, you guys are going to be able to see all of it happen at once. Okay. Those are all uploaded. Those are all my photos that I just took. And now once this is ready, I can hit that purple button. You'll see it light up as soon as it's ready. Boom. Now it says generate 5 items. So I'm going to click that button. Boom. And then I'm going to share my screen really quick. And if I refresh this page, you're going to see those 5 items right here. And it says generating. And you'll see as soon as it's ready, boom, those are all in there, ready to go. I have these 2 right here still generating. It takes just a couple seconds for all of these to be put in. And then afterwards, I can go in and edit anything I need to edit on these. Pretty much the listings are good. The only thing I'll add in is probably the word blue because they don't have blue jeans. They do read the styles and they do add whatever the style is. So 505 is a straight leg, which is great because I don't have to look that up myself. 550 is a relaxed fit. 517 is a boot cut. 505's straight leg. So this puts all that in for me so I don't have to do any of that research. So that's great because I didn't want to have to do that research. So if we go into, let's go into the 550s. I do want to add the word blue in here because these are obviously blue jeans. And these already have the wash in there. These are a light wash, so that's perfect. I don't have to add that in. So that's the only thing I'd really add in for this one. Waist is 36. Let's read the tag on the back just to make sure. 36, 32. So it already read that, put it into the title for me, which is beautiful. I don't know what I'm going to price these at yet because I got to do more research on these. So normally I would price these out right now, but I'm not going to price it out. Oh, I guess I got to put a price in first before I can do this. Let's just do $24.99. I'm just going to throw in a random price. I'll edit it afterwards. I already have a preset for jeans. So these are getting put in. The shipping for all of these just got put in with that preset. You can make your own presets if you, whenever you sign up and get ready to do this. This is a men's clothing in my eBay category. Everything else looks good. Best offer is going to be taken off on these because these are under $25. Everything else looks good on here. Everything else looks good on here. And these are ready to list. Now that when I go back, it shows me that these are ready to list. So after I do a bunch of these, I can schedule a bunch of these out or list all these all at once. Easy peasy. All you have to do is take your photos and Nifty does the rest for you. So nice. Do you buy fall winter clothing now? I actually have a video coming out on a fall piece, a winter piece that I bought that's going to be coming out later today. It's going to be a nice little short form video, so look out for it. And yes, the answer is yes, because right now is when you get the best deals at thrift stores, especially where I live. Red, white, and blue, City Thrift, they still get winter clothes because they get like a whole bunch all at once and they don't hold the stuff. They just put it out. So like North Face jackets in the winter time here are priced at $25 at Red, white, and blue. During this time of year, you can find them down to $10 as their starting price at Red, white, and blue. So now is the best time to buy. I bought a really good jacket. I'll give you a little detail on the video that's coming out today. It's a little short form piece. I bought a down winter jacket that sells very, very well in the winter time for $2. What did I pay for it? No, I bought it for $3.25. This jacket in the middle of winter is like a $50 to $80 piece. Right now, it's like a $30 to $40 piece because nobody's buying those jackets. But come winter time, so if I'm paying $3.25 for it, I'm going to hold it till winter and sell it for more because my buy cost is so low. Should I get an eBay store, or can I? You can go one without one. You don't need an eBay store right away. Once you hit 250 listings, that's when I'd say you probably need to look into getting an eBay store. When you batch upload, you first upload. No, so when you batch upload your first 5 photos, so let's say you took 7 photos, but your first 5 need to have the most detail about your item. So what I do for the jeans is my first photo I upload in there is going to be the full front. So it shows that they're a full pair of jeans. The second photo is the back tag photo for the Levi's because it says exactly what style they are and what their length and width is. My third photo is the tag photo that shows what the item is made out of, 100% cotton, a linen cotton blend, those kind of things. You're going to want to put that as your third photo. And then your last two are your measurement photos. So whatever I took my measurements of, that's what I'm going to put into my listing. So I found a way to turbocharge listening with Neve. Pull up the photos on your Mac with Nifty AI on the left and drag and drop. Yes, I don't know how, Ethan, you might have to help me with that. Do you just plug your phone into your Mac and then how does it download? Does it bring it doesn't bring the photos automatically into my Mac. How do I get that to happen? Because I've seen other people do it, but like when I plug my phone into my Mac, it doesn't just like have my photos, or does it? Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong spot. Because if that's the case, I do it that way 100%. I just literally highlight and drag and drop, highlight, drag and drop, because you can highlight them all, right? And then bring them over. I'm pretty sure that's how you can do it. So do you use Terapeak to check last year's comps fall and winter clothing? You can. I've been selling for long enough, so when I see, like, let's say I found a North Face 550 down jacket, right? A full North Face 550 down jacket, and right now, if you look them up, they're probably like $50 items, but come wintertime, they're like $100 items. I've sold so many of those during the wintertime that I know what they're going to sell for. But for somebody just starting out, definitely use Terapeak. 2 screens. I think you need to use iCloud. Okay, I do have iCloud. I just have to log in on my computer. Yeah, if we can make that happen, that's actually faster. Yeah, that's actually faster. I'll try that. I'm gonna work on that probably tonight and figure if I can figure that out, and then I'll show you guys how I do it. Okay, mine's connected to iCloud. Got you. Maybe it's in my settings on my Mac. I've never probably set up iCloud on my Mac, or maybe I have. I just don't know where I'm not looking at the right spot. But yes, drag and dropping is so much faster. When people tell me that they use a regular camera to snap their photos, and then they take the card out and they plug it into their computer, and then they let it all download in their computer, and then they move the photos over. The process of moving the photos over is faster, but the process of taking the photos there, taking it out, plugging in your computer cannot be faster than taking it on your phone. It just can't. Especially if I can make that work. Then it's automatically it's going to be faster on your phone. There's no way you can argue that that's faster. But I'm going to try that out, Ethan. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Let's take some more photos. Joey and the kids aren't home yet, but as soon as they get home, I'll log off and hang out with the fam and get some more listings done while they're home. I got some 501s over here. That's nice. I know 501s sell well. Do you always have to select shipping and a return policy for eBay when listing with Nifty? No. When you set up your shipping policies, here, I'll show you my screen. When you set up your shipping presets, you put all of that in. So for example, for 11-ounce shirts, I have this as my shipping preset. So when I go on Nifty and I put in, like say I'm listing an 11-ounce shirt, this will automatically upload for all 4 platforms for me. And then if you have Etsy too, you can do it for Etsy as well. But all of this information gets put in for each item. I have one for 2-pound items. I have one for suits. I have one for 15-ounce items. I have one for jeans. And they all have different presets for each one. So I know as soon as I list a pair of jeans, all I have to do is hit the jean one, and all of this information gets put in. Super easy to do. You can make these in like 5 minutes. You can make them all for all of your items. So if you list women's items and they're like, you do different shipping and returns for women's items and you do men's, you just create a preset, and you can create, I think, unlimited presets. So you just create as many as you want on this page. And then when you're listing, you just literally boop, press a button and uploads all the information right in for you. So you do free returns if buyer pays shipping when you buy from eBay store. I do free returns on items less than 1 pound. If anything's less than 1 pound, buyer gets free returns. Anything over 1 pound, such as jeans, buyer pays return shipping. Because I see a lot less returns on items that are under 1 pound. Things that are like this, you typically get more returns on because buyer paid more to ship it. So if it doesn't fit perfectly, they're like, I want to return this because I paid a bunch in shipping. I'm like, cool, but you got to pay to ship them back. So, okay, cool. Appreciate you, Ethan. Appreciate you. All right, let's flip the camera. Thank you, Christy. Let's flip the camera really quick. I wish Restream had a way to like skip to the next comment, so I don't have to highlight your comments. I can just hit a button and it just puts up the next comment. That would be pretty cool. Hey, someone just joined Whatnot through my link. If you guys haven't joined Whatnot through my link yet, there's a $15 free buyer code. So you get $15 for free to spend on tonight's show if you haven't signed up. We got a whole bunch of goodies for tonight's show, so make sure you come out. We're also giving away at least $100 worth of gift cards tonight for free. Literally, you don't have to buy anything. You're just hanging out. You get free gift cards. So not only do you get $15 for free, but you got a chance to win $10 for free just for being at the show. So if you want to win some free stuff and you want to get some free stuff, go through the link in my bio and then come out to tonight's show. I got everything that you see me list on eBay goes on Whatnot. There is no crappy items on Whatnot. Ooh, these are Buttonfly. Are all 501s Buttonfly, chat? I'm learning. I'm learning along with you guys. Take a picture of those buttons because those are good. But yeah, come out tonight. We got Psycho Bunny. We got some crazy polo pieces. I'll probably show you guys a couple before I get off live. But yeah, good stuff tonight. Really, really good stuff. Where did I put the measuring? Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. Oops, wrong side. I need to go. Oh, I need my phone too. Boom. Boom. I got a couple people I got to answer on my my email too about Whatnot consignment. So those of you who have messaged me or commented to look at my email, I'm going to look right after this live. I'll get back to you guys. Probably not going to take too much consignment right now because right now it's kind of a slow season on Whatnot. So I don't want to get anybody too upset with the prices they're going to get. So I'll probably pass on a little bit of consignment until wintertime. Once wintertime hits, I'm going to go hard on Whatnot again. Because that's typically when you see most sales happen on Whatnot is winter. All right, full front. Look how fast I'm getting, chat. I'm getting fast. If I ever got into like a really good rhythm, I could probably list somewhere around 35 to 40 pairs of jeans in an hour using Nifty. Definitely if I figure out that drag and drop thing that Ethan was talking about, I could probably do 35 to 40 in an hour. That means if you worked an 8-hour day, just imagine how many listings you would get done in one freaking day. That's a crazy amount. Do you have many returns? No. Right now on eBay, I have 2 open returns. 2 open returns on eBay. And let me see how many sales. Does Nifty tell me how many sales I had in the last month on eBay? On eBay in the last month, total sales in the last month, I've had 291 sales across all platforms. Most of those are eBay. So I'd say about 250 of those are probably eBay. And I only have 2 open returns on, I said 2 like that. 2 open returns on eBay. Mowing the lawn right now? Let's go. I actually mowed the lawn last week, so I don't have to do it today, which today would have been a great day to do it because it's nice and cloudy outside. And I did it when it was hot and rainy. So, or hot, not hot and rainy, hot and bright. Sucked. No, appreciate you, Amy. Part-time seller here. Whoops, I forgot to show my phone. Part-time seller here and need to get a store due to insertion fees. Do I need to come up with a store name? You don't have to. You can just use your name, Carrie. You can call it Carrie's Store if you want until you figure out a name for it, but it's not necessary. I think it might have you add a name, but just add a random name, Carrie's Store, and then you can always switch it later. What's up, Jody? eBay filled in Roback AI, but unable to put measurements. You mean in the photos, like using Nifty? Sometimes Nifty doesn't put the, I've noticed it doesn't put the measurements into the description, but as long as it's in your photos, it really doesn't matter. Buyers are going to look in your photos or in your description to find the measurements. So as long as you got it in one of those places, you're good to go. I used to always just put it in my description. Now I put it in my photos, so I don't really care if it goes in my description, to be honest. It does sometimes, and other times it doesn't. I'm sure Nifty's AI feature will get better with that over time. But for right now, as long as it's in your photos or description, you're good. All right, let's do these jeans real quick. We're gonna get 7 pairs of jeans done on the live, which is great. Boom, boom. I'm gonna see how fast I can do this pair. See how fast, since I already got a little rhythm down. My measuring tape, or my ruler, not measuring tape. Okay, that's done. I like to move the leg up like that because I get more of an accurate inseam measurement when I do it this way as opposed to just taking it like how it was laying before. So that way I don't get any, buyers that are upset with my measurements and how I took them. Throw that back up there. And then I just pull this leg back down and then we're good to photo. Remember, always take your photos in square mode. Always take your photos in square mode. Or if you're using an Android, which you probably should have bought an iPhone anyway, but if you're using an Android, the 1x1, I think is what it's called. Always take your photos that way. Okay, those are done. Easy, quick and easy. That's what she said. What's up, Jody? Jody's in the house. Do you charge regular eBay account? Do you change regular eBay account to a store when you buy a store subscription? No, you're just buying a store subscription. That's it. It's just you're going from a non-subscribed store account to a subscribed store account. It doesn't change your eBay store much. I think you're able to do a couple extra things when you have an eBay store, like give discounts, like be able to run sales, things like that. But yeah, you're just adding the store subscription. So what are top brands of flannel shirts that we should pick up? There's a lot out there. So what I would do is this right here. You want me to teach you how to look up comps? Okay, let me show you my screen. It's a good question. This is as easy as it is to figure out what the top selling brands are. You go over to eBay and you type in flannel shirts men's. That's all you type in. Then you're going to want to go to pre-owned, because that's most of the shirts you're going to find at thrift stores are going to be pre-owned shirts. And then you're going to filter down here for over $35. Let's say you really want heavy hitters, $35 shirts and up. And then you're going to go down here and you're going to filter for sold. You can do this on your phone too. And now you're going to pay attention to some of the brands you're going to see. Dixon Flannels is a great one. As you can see right here, there's 2 Dixon flannel shirts within the top sales. These are last 3 sales on eBay for flannel shirts. You got 2 are Dixons. 32 Bar Blues, Polo Ralph Lauren, CC Filson, great brand. Another Dixon flannel here. Needles Rebuild. I don't even know what flannel that is. I've never heard of that brand, so I just learned a new one right there. Vintage CC Filson, another Dixon flannel. Pendleton, Dixon flannel, CC Filson, Taylor Stitch, Dixon flannel, Filson. You're noticing a pattern? You're starting to see the same brands over and over. Double RL. I mean, yeah. Another Dixon flannel, another Dixon flannel. So you see? There you go. People are dropping some in the chat too, but this is an easy way to learn what's currently selling. And then if you wanted to, let's say Taylor Stitch. You're like, okay, I've seen a couple Taylor Stitch flannels. Let's go up here and see how Taylor Stitch flannels sell. Okay, we want to narrow it down even more than we just did. So there's 132 sold of Taylor Stitch flannels. There's 132 listed of Taylor Stitch flannels. Those are new and pre-owned. I saw a new listing in there. Actually, no, it's not. It's supposed to be both used. Somebody put a new one in there. So there you go. There is 132 listed, and there is 332 listed, 132 sold, which is about a 33% sell-through rate. So you're like, okay, that's a good sell-through rate. Would I pick this up at the thrift store with a 33% sell-through rate? Absolutely, especially if you find it for $5. I know 33% is not amazing, but the fact you can sell them for 50, 55, 39, 45, it's a flannel that you'll sit on for a little bit, and you'll be comfortable with sitting on it for a little bit. And then you can go through and you can see exactly what they're selling for. Like most of these, 96. Like just because it's a 33% sell-through rate doesn't mean you should deter yourself from buying it, because you can sell them for 96 bucks. So even if you find it for $5, you got to sit on it for a little bit. You can sell it for 96. Of course, you're going to grab it. But yeah, another $97 one, 41. And then also take some time to look at the photos too. Some of these photos are really good. And look how people are photoing their items. Everybody photos their items like this. This is exactly why we photo our items like this. It sets ourselves out from the crowd. Every single one of these is a full front. That's a little bit better. But the people that take that little turn, I feel like it just sets yourself out from the crowd. Nice cover photo right here, sold for 40 bucks. So that's exactly how you research items. When you go to a stream and you say, hey, what's the best selling flannels? If you just typed in flannel shirts on eBay, filter for sold 35 or more, and just went down the list, wrote down a bunch of those brands on a piece of paper, and then went and did more research on them afterwards, you would figure out brands that have 100% sell-through rate, brands that sell for $100 or more almost every single time. That's how you research. That's exactly how I create my bolo videos, by the way. Most of my bolo videos, like I might do a flannel bolo video here soon because flannel season's right around the corner. And I might just literally do what I just did. Take 5 of them up and then put a video out. And I did 10 minutes of research to figure out. Almost every one of my Bolo videos, I did 10 minutes of research to figure out those brands in the video, or I've already sold those brands before. So Faherty, Outerknown, 2 great brands. How do I make an eBay store account? What that mean to separate eBay? No, you're not creating 2 eBay accounts when you do when you do a store subscription. You're just adding the store subscription onto your account. So now, depending on the store subscription you get so many insertion fees per month for free. Now it's not technically free because you're paying for a store, but it allows you to not worry about those insertion fees that you get after 250 listings. Also, you get, depending on the store credit, you might get your free quarterly coupon that you can use on eBay store supplies. Also, if you're watching this and you haven't used it yet, go and check if you have your eBay quarterly coupon and use it, because you only have 3 more days to use it and then it expires, and then you get a new one the following month. So keep that in mind too. Awesome. Is that sold results? Limited to, no, it's not limited to only your zip code. It's limited to all over eBay. So it doesn't matter. It's not just for your area. It's not like Facebook Marketplace when you search for just your area. eBay is global. So it'll show you all kinds of information. Screen print the page and then have ChatGPT compile the most brands in that photo. There you go. I like that. You can do 4s, can't you? Yeah, you can do it like this too. You can take a photo. That's smart, actually. If anything, you're a smart guy. You can do it like this, and then you can have all those. You have eight in that photo. So this is probably easier to do research this way too. 8 in that photo, 8 in that photo, 8 in that photo, and then you just have ChatGPT go through. Obviously, these are all tailor stitch, but you wouldn't use those for tailor stitch. You'd use them for everything. And what those comps sell for, your average comp. That's smart. ChatGPT again. I need to get in on ChatGPT train. All right, let's do 1 or 2 more photos, and then I'll probably hop off. Let me grab another pair of Levi's from over here in my nice little Levi's stack. Got some 511s with a back zipper pocket. I know I got some good vintage ones in here too. I just haven't got to them yet. And there we go. Nice little flat lace setup. Again, if you're just hopping on too, we got a Whatnot show tonight, so hop into the Whatnot show. Lots of free giveaways, free stuff. Like, you don't have to buy anything. There's no catches. You literally just tap a button and you're entered for a giveaway. So come out tonight. It should be fun. You can actually bookmark the show right now if you want to, so you don't forget. And then you'll get a notification as soon as we go live. Don't feel pressure to buy anything either. You can just hang out and win free stuff. I like when we just give away free stuff. How much are eBay subscriptions? Just go type in Google eBay subscription, eBay store subscription, and it should bring you, the first result should bring you right to that page. And then they have all kinds of store subscriptions depending on how many listings you need. I'd say the first 2 are what you're going to need for your store. You do get a discount if you buy yearly plans instead of monthly plans. So keep that in mind. If you know you're going to be on eBay for at least another year, which most of you probably are, then do the yearly store subscription, because you save, I think you get like 2 months free or like a month free if you do that subscription. I always do the yearly, and then it just charges me in January of every year. I get a little charge on my PayPal for my store subscription, and then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. And that is a write-off at the end of the year for your taxes too. So keep that in mind. If you get a store subscription, you either write that off because it's a business expense. Of course, talk to your tax advisor. They'll tell you the same thing that I just told you. No problem, Gene. Yeah, I don't know them off the top of my head, but the easiest thing is to just hop on Google and Google the store subscriptions. I think I pay a little over $100 a year for mine. And I have the one that you get 10,000 listings. 3332, 505s. I'm kind of digging this cover photo. We used to take just the back photo, but I'm kind of digging this cover photo. Oh. Hold on, the kids are home. I gotta let the kids in. I'm coming. I'm on. Oh, Mama's not in here. I was gonna tell him I'm on live right now, but she's not in here. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Now, what did I just take photos of? All right, this is probably gonna be my last pair that I take photos of because the kiddos are home. from the park. You can hear Joey already. He's screaming at his sister. Elamina! 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 All right, there's that. 16-inch. It's fine. He can be loud. It's all right. It's daytime. He can be loud. He can't really control that. Is this a zip pocket? Yeah, or a zip fly? It is. Boom. You guys can say hi to Joe Bro, unless he gets. Sometimes when he comes in the door, he just strips. So if he's stripped, you can't say hi to him. But if he hasn't stripped, I'll let him come in here so you guys can say hi. There's that. Throw that back there. Full front, full back. This photo is done. These have a really good wash on these two. Nice distressing on the front. There we go. Easy peasy. Joey. All right, I see a bunch of questions in the comments. I'm going to get to you guys right now. Boom. Oops. Not that button. This button. Can you recommend some reputable listed lots? I didn't catch any yesterday. Yeah, we can go through some. Give me 2 seconds. Let me answer the rest of these questions. I'll pop up the listed page. Do you use Nifty for your inventory receipts? I use JSON spreadsheet for now, but you can use both because I use JSON spreadsheets for Whatnot, and I already started uploading my receipts in there at the beginning of the year, so I just keep doing that. But both of them work perfectly fine for that. Excited to see how Levi's go? Yes, I sell Levi's often. I'm excited too because I can get these wholesale from a couple different sources very, very cheap. So I'm definitely going to buy more if these start selling really fast. I'm going to price them aggressively to sell. Most people won't buy these because the volume, you're selling volume game when it comes to Levi's. My objective is to pay somewhere between $6 to $8 a piece for these and sell them for 20 to 25 on average. So like, let's say 22.50 on average is what I expect to sell these for. Sure, some people are going to say that's not enough margin, but when you can get all of those delivered right to your door at that price, it takes you 2 days to list 100 pairs, and then you just let those sit and you let 100 pairs, another 100 pairs arrive. Game over. Like, that's volume game. And if you can sell them quick and get them in and out the door, by the time you get the next lot in, you've already sold enough from the last lot to pay for the next lot, and then it's just like a snowball effect. After all your photos, do you pack? We don't do that yet, but as soon as we move, we are. Because as soon as we move, this setup's going to be out in the garage with our inventory system. So that way we can just literally have the box next to us, snap a photo of the inventory number, put that into the listing, set the item into the box. But right now it's all the way out there and it doesn't make sense to just do all that extra work. So we put it in afterwards. That's how we do it. How to make accounting simpler when buying from flea markets and thrifts to determine the net profit per month instead of tracking each individual cost. You wouldn't track each individual cost. We actually only track individual costs for you guys when we're saying like how much we paid and how much we sold an item for, so you guys get an idea of net profit. But at the end of the year, we compile all of our receipts and all of our expenses into one simple spreadsheet, adds it all up for us, and then we give that to our tax advisor. So if you want to know how much profit per unit you're making, you should individualize it. But if you don't really care about that and you understand that you're making good amount of profit per unit, then you would just put it all into one expense spreadsheet. And you would do, if you really wanted to, like, let's say you bought 100 pairs of jeans at a flea market and you paid $1,000. You paid $10 per unit. That's what I would use. Even though some of those jeans you might have paid $50 for and others you paid $3 for, it would be an average profit. If you or average price per piece, average cost of goods per piece. That's how I would do it. Appreciate you helping, Carrie. Joey. Doesn't matter what color the background is. On the board, it doesn't really matter anymore. eBay used to love white backgrounds, but they've already extensively said that the white backgrounds don't make sense. They don't make sense. They don't matter anymore as much as they used to. Google search used to only pick up white backgrounds to use as Google image search and Google image results, and now they use all backgrounds for it. So you don't need to have a white background. So yeah, got you, Frenchie. What was I going to do? Oh, listed lots that make sense. Let's see. A lot of these I haven't seen today because I haven't actually looked at listed. So we're going to kind of look together. This one's a flawed lot. I wouldn't pick up a flawed lot. This one, in my opinion, if it has best offer, you should offer on this lot. It's a good one. Has a bunch of good short brands that'll sell well. You got Polo Ralph Lauren here. You got Adidas. You got FootJoy. I think the price per unit is a little bit high. So you could probably make an offer on that. There's the blazer lot from Ethan. So if you want to see this blazer lot, Ethan, add some photos in here too. Add some more photos because if you want to see everything that's in that lot, watch the replay, the live replay, which is on the home screen from Ethan yesterday. It's right here. You just click on that. You can watch the live and you can see exactly what's in his lot. But he's going to add photos, right, Ethan? Add photos to that because he's got some good Loro Piana blazers in here. That's a Polo Ralph Lauren blazer in there. Some really, really good stuff. Jenna has great lots all the time. Men's and women's mixed lot. If you read what she gives, it's going to be randomized, but you get 100 pieces in here for $700. And I think it's plus shipping. Yeah, it's plus $85 shipping. So 100 pieces, it'll be $7 each plus the shipping cost, which end up be $8 a piece. And these are the brands you're going to get in here. Brands include those brands right there. So if you want to try out like a mystery box, Jenna does really good. She's actually one of our old consigners. She also has like a free people only that has new with tag free people in here. So if you need some new with tag free people stuff, she has this lot in here. Lots of new with tags in there. Only free people, all sizes, $10 each per unit. You can double your money pretty easily and then make a bit more on the new with tag stuff. This lot, in my opinion, it's a good lot. Two units, but it's too pricey. $24 for 2 pairs of Ariat. That's basically full eBay prices. You're going to see a lot of those lots. We're not really controlling on what they price lots at, but there are some overpriced lots, so keep that in mind. This right here is a crazy good bundle. I don't even know why it hasn't sold yet. 35 items, all those brands. You can watch this video, as you can see right here. This video, you guys can see that, right? Yeah. This video shows all that's in this lot. So you see everything you're getting. Really good brands. Brooks Brothers, Ralph Lauren, good print Ralph Lauren. You get Peter Millar's in here, more Ralph Lauren, just bread and butter pieces. And then if you want to, you can go through and look at all of them individually photoed. G-Star Raw, some good Tommy Bahamas, Marmot, Rourke, all that. So it's 35 pieces, $10 each, plus $17 shipping, which basically is $10 per unit. So, and the resale value, he put resale value is $750, which I think is pretty fair on that lot. So you pay $325 to double your money. What else is in here? There's a Tommy Bahama lot right here. Big hit Tommy Bahama on the back. I don't know how many pieces are in here. Does it say? 14 pieces for $100. So it's less than $10 a unit. And there's some good print Tommy Bahamas in here. So you can make good money on that lot. Usually with wholesale, you're looking at least double your money. Sometimes you can triple your money, but a double up is really good for a wholesale buy. You got a Carbon to Cobalt lot right here. This is another, again, I don't know why this lot hasn't sold. 125 pieces. Look at the pieces in here. Just watch this. Just watch this. Just watch this video. This right here is a $25+ piece. This right here is like a $50+ piece. You got lots of good sweaters in here, which are selling really well for me right now. You got just basic knits, good patterns, lots and lots of good stuff in here. So under $10 a unit, a whole mess of Polo Ralph Lauren delivered right to your door. So yeah, $995 plus $61 shipping. Shipping's a little high, but you got to expect it with a big lot like this. It's pretty hard to get cheaper shipping. And then if you want, I'm trying to think of the name. Let me type in. I'm trying to think of the name of the seller off the top of my head. I can't remember. Ralph Lauren. There's one. Here's another. This one I don't think is available anymore. I got to ask them if that's available. There's a Ralph Lauren lot, 35 pieces. There's one Ralph Lauren lot that I wanted to show that I can't find anymore. Maybe it's if I type in cuts, it'll pull it up. This person. How many lots do they have available right now? Kids Polo Summer lot. So these are all brand new with tag Kids Polo pieces. All brand new with tag. Kids Polo pieces. You get 25 pieces for $279, which is like, what, $11 a piece. And only $29 shipping. And you're going to get all brand new with tag Polo pieces. Again, watch the videos. Most of these sellers have videos. You're going to see every single piece that you're going to get inside of these lots. Brand new with tag kids pieces. Easy, double up your money. Or if you want to do like a whatnot show, this is good like whatnot material items that you can bring in. Start these at $10. Make a decent profit on these because they're going to go for more than 10. And he has a couple other lots too. Like he has a Michael Kors lot and he has a Polo women's lot too. This Polo women's lot has 20 pieces. It is a little A little over $20 a unit, which is fair for brand new Attack Polo pieces. You got to think these are all new, all brand new. I mean, this is like a $35+ piece. The dresses are 35 plus, all brand new tags, brand new, brand new, brand new. I'm surprised nobody grabbed this lot yet. I don't know how many of these he has either. He might only have one available right now. So if you want some new Tag Polo pieces, there you go right there. New Tag Polo pieces are available. What site is it? Listed.net. It's our wholesale site. I just put it inside. There's a link in my bio to go to it. Also, use code KWayShop. If you've never bought on Listed before, you get $5 off your purchase price on anything on Listed. So there's lots of good stuff. I sold a cool shirt, but had the wrong measurements in the listing, and it charged the buyer $43 to ship, and they paid it. What in the world? Holy cow! Was it like a? That's insane. Do you have express mail on that? Yeah, you must have express mail. You can ever enter the nifty costs, and then it does. You can enter the nifty cost, and then it does the numbers for you. Facts. Yep, it does it all for you. Price per unit is fair. What is a price per unit fair to pay and list it? No more than 10 units. It depends on what the lot is. It's a lot of Laurel Piana Blazers, then obviously the price per unit is going to be higher. Like we just showed, new Tag Polo lots are going to be separate prices than pre-owned Polo lots. Two different price points, because one you're getting brand new Tag items, the next one you're not getting brand new Tag items. Yeah, Ethan's going to add some deets to the show. And again, if you want to watch the live from yesterday, he has lots available from that live. You can just rewatch live. He shows everything on those. Crazy dimensions for the package. Oh, okay. You put the wrong dimensions in. Got you. You put the wrong dimensions in. We're going to be adding lots to list it probably tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to do mixed brands lots, Polo lots. We just sold the one back there on the live, so I'm going to ship that one out afterwards. But we're going to be adding our own lots. Almost all the sales that we've done on List It. I wonder if I should show this. Should I show this? I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it because I want you guys to see like what we're doing on List It and the potential for you guys to sell on List It. How do I show this? Date range. Let's do January 1st to now. That's not accurate. Hold on. Orders. Does this show it? That's my orders. I don't want all orders. That's what I want. This is the potential to list it right here. This is mostly selling other people's lots, not selling our lots. These are not our lots that are selling. We've probably sold, of this number that you see on the screen, we've only sold probably $3,000 to $5,000 worth of lots ourselves. Everything else is done by other sellers. And that's just within the last, basically, when do we fire back up List It? Like a month and a half ago. $47,000 in sales in a month and a half on List It. Again, that's mostly other people's stuff. So the potential is huge for if you want to wholesale your stuff or you want to buy wholesale. Clearly, there's good lots available at all times of the day that are being loaded, but those lots get eaten up right away. And you guys don't see those lots because they're gone almost instantly. When somebody lists a Polo lot for $7 a unit because they just have too much Polo Ralph Lauren to list, they get their stuff at the bins, so $7 a unit is perfect for them. That lot gets listed, that lot gets sold almost immediately. So always check back in. There's always lots being posted. If you are one of those bin shoppers and you have a whole bunch of Polo or a whole bunch of Free People or Lululemon that you get really cheap, I would highly suggest just hopping on List It and listing those for a good price where you make a profit and you can sell to somebody else, because you will move volume. You'll make $5 a unit on, let's say you make a 50-piece lot, $5 a unit, make $250. Now you just go back to the bins and grab a bunch more of that stuff. The person that buys that is happy with it because they're going to list it on eBay for 20 to 25 per unit. They're going to double to triple their investment, and then they're going to come back and buy more from you. And again, that's other people selling those lots on List It. That's not us. Which is really, really cool. So that's probably the best part of List It. I'd rather sell your guys' stuff before I sell mine. I'd rather my consigners come on and sell their stuff to you guys. I make less money per lot. I also have to do less work for the little bit of money that I make, but then you guys get a good deal. That's what we're trying to build on List It. So what I do, cancel a sale, just message the buyer. I would refund them for the shipping. I'd message them and say, hey, the shipping was incorrect on that. So I'll refund you the difference, and it'll be like a $35 refund. They'll probably be happy with that. Yeah, do partial shipping refund. That's what I would do. 1 pound and sometimes, yeah. Just might be a little typing error or whatever you did on your end. Let me see if Joe Bro's dressed, and I'll bring him in here. If not, then you guys won't be able to see him. Oh, is he dressed? Oh, you're not dressed, are you?
I tried to keep his clothes on, but he just wouldn't.
Buddy, we were going to show people your face, but you're not dressed. Oh, you're drinking anyway. All right, he's not dressed. We're not showing a half-naked baby on the stream. So no Joe Bro today. I'm sorry. He always, first thing he does when he comes home is like strips. That's like a boy thing to do. I guess I used to do it when I was younger too. I still kind of do it sometimes. But that's it for the live. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Again, we're going to be live later tonight on Whatnot. So go bookmark the show. We have literally so many of these to give away tonight. $10 Amazon gift cards. You just have to be there. You don't have to buy anything. It's free giveaways from us to you guys. We're going to be running like crazy good stuff all night too. So not only do you get entered for those giveaways, but you have a chance to buy stuff and resell it. There's people like this guy right here has made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars off of our Whatnot shows buying like the high-end stuff. So if you just wait for a good high-end piece to come by and you know your stuff, you can snag it and make some good money. So yeah, pants are optional. They're always optional in this house. So yeah, come out tonight. Should be fun. And